Live from the Convocation Center on the campus of the University of North Georgia here in Dahlonega. Coverage of Nighthawk basketball is on the air. And good afternoon, everyone. Alongside Lee Glenn, I'm Craig Corbett, along with the Nighthawk Sports Network here on a rainy, gloomy winter afternoon. As pretty as yesterday was, today, just about exactly the opposite.
Not quite so much. Is it that way in Daytona today?
You know, at least the radar shows that it's clear. We're going to find out in about an hour's time if the green flag drops.
You ever been to that?
Never have. Would love to. I have been by it, but have never been into it. I've taken a tour of Talladega, which was pretty impressive. Been through the museum there, but Daytona is one that I would love to see in person. But, yeah, the Great American Race sharing the athletic scene today with what's going on in the Peach Belt Conference here in Dahlonega.
A lot of action here. I believe this is the first Sunday game that we've played this year.
I think so.
A little unique.
Yep.
It used to be the way it was way back when it was travel partners, although this is a travel partner trip for Pembroke and Francis Marion, where it's like traditional college basketball in the Peach Belt 3 years ago, when you would play one game Saturday and then the two opponents would flip, and then we would play. We've already done this trip, except I believe that there was a day in there, and there was Martin Luther King Day. We played early on a Monday afternoon.
Well, the Nighthawks under head coach Buffy Burson today will be looking to continue their torrid play from yesterday. Many observers probably would have looked at the effort that they put out versus Francis Marion as either at or near the apotheosis of their season to this point. A splendid effort on both ends of the court, and quite honestly, could have easily been a century-point output for the Nighthawks yesterday.
Well, unfortunately, I wasn't here yesterday to watch, but peeking in from the box score, it looked like it was really never a game, and that's good for Coach Burson's team, because I think that, number one, they're really good, but number two, they're really, really good at home, and so it's good to see them get that effort yesterday, and they're going to need to carry it over, because we've got a little bit of unfinished business with Pembroke here, because it was a road loss at Pembroke earlier this season that has kind of got us playing uphill towards Lander.
And that was an unexpected result. Not to say that you can't ever lose when you're the favored team, regardless of whether it's on the road, but that was one that I think many observers had probably checked in the win column prior to the trip down to UNC Pembroke, and that was a surprise as it comes in today. Nighthawks are a half game out of first place, Lander losing at Columbus State yesterday, so things are all of a sudden very tight atop the Peach Belt.
Back in our control. You know, until Lander took another loss, it was really outside of our control. Now we can control our own destiny, but there's going to be a lot of talk eventually about Lander in a couple 10 days or whatever coming here and playing midweek, but knowing Coach Burson and her staff, that conversation will be limited, because in order for that to be a big game, days like today, next Wednesday at Clayton State, Georgia College next Saturday, all of those games are just as important and won't allow us to play for a championship if by chance we slip up. You
know, we've talked in recent games about the young ladies on the Nighthawks roster that have stepped up and taken greater minutes, greater responsibility. Yesterday was a great example of that. Career high 17 for Amani Arnold. She has always had the defensive tenacity. She really showed things offensively yesterday.
Well, early in the year, I'm thinking I was a little concerned, not at how good we were, but just how well Amber Schedule, Tamara Thorpe, and Vanessa Grusa were playing, and I'm thinking, man, those are such big cogs that are seniors. How are we going to sustain the momentum of the last 3 years? Because those are three really big seniors to lose. I don't think that our freshmen are going to replace those girls next year, but in the last week and moving forward the rest of the way, they're going to get valuable experience that's going to help them close that gap a little
You've
bit.
also seen that from Faith Arthur, Olivia Skinner, really playing some very important minutes. And when you come down to the end of the regular season, launching into tournament time, that is extremely important. So glad that everyone has joined us here today for game number 1 of our doubleheader. We will step aside momentarily. When we come back, it'll be starting lineups and the opening tip right here from the Convocation Center. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I'm an intern.
I'm a researcher.
I am a senior.
I'm an athlete.
I'm a veteran.
I am a sister.
I'm a sophomore.
I am a singer.
I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer.
I am a leader.
I am a cadet.
I am a volunteer.
I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Leadership is socially responsible, collaborative, and inclusive.
It's a process,
Not a position.
The University of North Georgia
Is a state leadership institution.
Here, the leadership
certificate program is open
To all students who want to enhance
Their leadership knowledge.
gain practical skills and become a
more effective leader.
a more effective leader.
You can get credit for your involvement in student organizations,
campus events,
Community service, study abroad,
And many other campus activities.
Start learning how to understand your personal leadership philosophy,
be part of a team,
Improve your communication.
create an inclusive environment,
and make a difference in your community.
make a commitment to yourself.
And become part.
and become part of the Leadership Certificate Program.
because at the University of North Georgia,
You can lead.
You can lead.
You can lead.
you can lead.
You can lead where it counts.
Back courtside, Craig Corbin, Lee Glenn, the Nighthawk Sports Network staff. Starting lineups first for the Braves of UNC Pembroke under head coach John Haskins in his 14th season. Pembroke will be starting number 12, Alicia Hardy, number 13, T. Graham, number 15, Avery Locklear, number 22, Melanie Horn, and number 55, Sadasia Love. The Braves 9-14 overall, 8-9 in Peach Belt Conference play. No surprise as to the starting lineup for head coach Buffy Burson and assistants Jamie Acton, Jordan Tetley, and Mackenzie Dara. That has been the go-to lineup. The 5 young ladies, Abby Franklin, Tamara Thorpe, Vanessa Grusa, Amber Schedule, and Julianne Sutton, that are the core of this team. And yet playing with a rather limited roster, only being able to go 10 deep. All 10, and yesterday a great example, all 10 in the scoring column of the box score, and all 10 playing meaningful minutes.
10 is a critical number just because of practice purposes. You got to be able to have a healthy 10 players to be able to do things live in a 5-on-5 setting. And, really there's this old traditional omen that you wanted 12 or 15 players on a basketball team, and that's just not the case anymore. I want people that contribute and people that are all in.
We are underway, and the Nighthawks winning the opening tip. Yesterday was a great example. Leon, I know you weren't able to be with us, but a great example of that opening tip play where Vanessa Grusa wound up scoring within 5 seconds of the buzzer. That three-pointer would not go for Abby Franklin. That's something they've done a number of times this year, scoring on the opening tip.
I think one of the things that Pembroke did really well in our first meeting is that they slowed us up and made us play rough and deliberate. And that first possession really is a feather in the cap for the Braves, because they just really packed it in, a lot of feet in the paint, and made us have to play very deliberate. And here forcing a turnover on our second possession. And you can see that Coach Burson's adjustment to that is that we rarely guard full court, but just to try to create some of our own tempo, we're going to extend 94 feet.
Still no score. Opening minutes of the opening quarter here in Dahlonega. The drive and the shot, no good. Rebound Sutton. That was a miss by Avery Locklear. Down low it goes to Agrusa and fouled by the aforementioned Locklear. So involved on both ends of the court is Avery, the senior from Landis, North Carolina.
Got lucky there because it's good to get a foul out of the situation, but Vanessa did a great job of making a rim run through the heart of the floor and had a wide open layup that we just didn't see. Our chin wasn't up, but at least it wasn't for naught. We were able to get a foul out of it.
At the line, Agrusa making the first, missing the second, but a steal by Julianne Sutton gets it to Vanessa. The Euro step in the basket.
Euro through you.
Tell you, Vanessa is such an aggressive player when she has the ball and sees daylight or a sliver of daylight. 3-0 North Georgia.
And her former teammate, Tamara Thorpe, it's uncanny how when they get going at midcourt, they're going to be really tough to stop.
Pembroke with the ball, no score on their half of the board. Rebound by Agrusa on the miss by Alicia Hardy. Schedule down low to Julianne in the paint. 7-footer's good.
That possession took 8 seconds, and if our possessions are 10 or less, we'll have a real good afternoon. If Pembroke can get us into kind of chewing up 20 seconds on each possession, that plays to their hand.
T. Graham with the ball, drives to the lane, kicks it out on the wing to Lester. That one no good. Rebound to the Nighthawks. Quickly, Agrusa down the middle of the court. Gets it over to Thorpe, back out front. Schedule wide open for three, good. And the railroad today through Dahlonega, powered by the Nighthawks. And Coach Haskins has seen enough. Calls a quick timeout. 7:35 to go. And 8-0 your score in a great big hurry.
It's a good start after our first two offensive possessions probably looked a whole lot like our game at Pembroke, just slow and deliberate, especially the second half of that game where Pembroke kind of ran away with the fourth quarter, and that probably just triggered our girls' minds. Hey, we've been talking about it all week, aside from our Francis Marion prep for yesterday. As we move forward into Pembroke, it was a whole lot about playing the game at our pace. And those first two possessions weren't at our pace, and then all of a sudden you saw us jump in the full court. That really triggered us up. It forced Pembroke into some early possessions, or early shots in their possession. And early offense in the half court is almost as bad as a turnover, because if you don't make it, you're really you're igniting our break that can be run by 4 players on our team. So the good thing about North Georgia basketball with our women is as long as Julianne Sutton doesn't grab the rebound, first touch to it triggers the break.
Yep.
There doesn't have to be an outlet pass.
Bingo. And that's something that's so impressive, case in point with Agrusa bringing the ball up the floor. Gets there in a hurry.
Yep.
Nearly a turnover. Ball is free, tied up, and it will go to Pembroke on the alternating possession.
See, this is one where I think that because the ball never came across half court that they should still have to play.
Right.
I guess maybe you do. Is that a rule adjustment in the women's game? Because Coach Haskins was telling them that you can't throw it back, and the official here was telling them that they had 1 second
to get it across.
If that is a rule adjustment, that's a great adjustment.
Oh, and a travel. The pivot foot moved from Aaliyah Farmer, junior out of Salisbury, and a transfer from Mars Hill College. Down low to Sutton. Thorpe, 3, good.
If Thorpe and Agrusa are hitting jump shots.
Stand back.
Ooh.
11-0 North Georgia. This is a continuation of how they were playing yesterday.
Is it?
In the lane, Farmer puts it up and draws contact. There were times, and in talking with Walker McCrary prior to the game today, I mentioned how many times I was in awe of their offensive sets yesterday. Just mechanical precision.
The ball moved, huh?
Unbelievable. Like gears in a machine.
That's good. I don't really expect otherwise from a Coach Burson coach team.
And 2 foul shots good there for Farmer to get Pembroke on the ball. And what's also impressive about that observation is that it didn't matter who was on the floor. Sutton missing the shot in the lane but drawing contact.
You are in trouble if Julianne Sutton catches it with 2 feet in the paint.
Yep.
I mean, she was almost on the charge line at that point, and it's just she's too good, too fundamentally sound, and too strong, quite candidly. You've got to start your post defense against her early in the possession and keep her rooted out of the paint.
First foul shot good. The second one is a little short, tipped by Thorpe. Scramble for it, first to the floor.
Shoot a 3.
Sutton, boy, Schedule thought about it. Drives, has it blocked by Farmer. Here come the Braves in a hurry. Lester kicks it out. Graham for 3, and it's good.
How about that effort by Julianne Sutton after the missed free throw, though?
Hitting the deck to get the loose ball. And a foul inside on Julianne as she set up against Farmer in the paint.
That's going to be her second foul.
And so she will go to the bench, and Amani Arnold will check in.
And that's a great job by Pembroke there. What we were talking about earlier is that they started guarding her about the time she crossed or got into the scoring area of the floor, and she just really had to work to gain position. Unfortunately, got that right arm working a little too hard.
Lester with the ball, picks up the dribble. Now gets it back, fakes the 3, drives to the foul line, gives the ball to Locklear. Off-balance shot and a travel will send it the other direction.
So refreshing to see players like Locklear. Good aggressive move. That's fundamental basketball. She caught a swung or a ball reversal, made a shot fake, drove to her dominant hand, ran into a little bit of a trouble, did travel, but there was just nod of the head, throw it to the official. And it was actually like a marginal call. I mean, I thought that it could have been a foul on us, but there's none of that. Looking at the bench with the hands up,
Schedule takes the pass from Arnold and scores on the turnaround. 14-5 your score. A little full court press again by the Nighthawks. 5:18 and counting. Quarter number 1 in Dahlonega. T. Graham guarded by Abby Franklin out near midcourt. Now swings it left side to Farmer. Drives on Arnold. Got away with an extra step. And the shot did not hit anything into the hands of Agrusa. Vanessa works the right side, gets it to Thorpe. Back to Vanessa. She'll go baseline, stops. Now skips it over to Schedule. She'll launch a long one. This one no good. It would have been a 2 had it gone. 4:44 to play in the opening quarter.
Coach's nightmare of shot selection right there.
Yeah.
Although I like the swing pass, bringing the help, the help on the swing or the skip pass has to come all the way from the middle of the paint. So you forced a long closeout defensively. I like the shot, just back the feet up.
Nice rebound by Schedule, gets it up to Franklin. Abby, now to Thorpe on the right side. Tried to get it down low to Amani, and the ball was kicked. And they will reset. Inbounding along the near side. Farmer checks out of the Pembroke lineup, and Melanie Horn back in. Kara Groover in the ball game. Got it in to Thorpe and away to Agrusa. Shot clock at 15. Pass to Arnold, drives. That one would not go. Tipped up and in by Schedule.
I saw her raise her finger there just to make sure that the official scorer knows that not only is that a tip basket, that's an offensive rebound.
Oh, wow. 16-5. That equals the largest lead of the afternoon.
Give me my credit. Give me my offensive rebound. Give me my points.
Absolutely. 3:47 to go, opening quarter. Nighthawks by 11. The shot in the lane, no good. Rebound Thorpe. Here comes Tamara. The pass up to Groover. Kara, top of the key, back to Tamara on the left wing. Groover looks to the right, dribbles that way, stops, away to Arnold. Now Thorpe with 18 on the shot clock. Leaves it for Amani at the elbow, left side. The pass intended for Groover, knocked away. And a travel.
Good forced turnover by Thorpe right there. She kind of, it's called a peek back. So 10 players turn their head and go the other way. One defensive player peeks back and just makes you change your routine. And forced Pembroke to take that step before the dribble there. That's good IQ of the game by Thorpe.
Thorpe to Schedule. In the lane to Arnold, double team, tied up, and it will stay with North Georgia.
Now we'll get a baseline outset here, which we are traditionally good against. I would say that probably 1 out of every 2 baseline sets, we get the shot we want.
Inbound comes to Agrusa on the left wing, gets it back to Schedule, and a foul just about as soon as Amber touched the ball.
Yeah, we got that set was run to get an Amber post touch in the paint, just a guard ISO in the paint. Looks like we're going to run a similar set again, but we'll run Kara Groover up through an elevator screen here.
Big height differential between Schedule and her defender, Shania Lester. Thorpe leaves it for Groover, launches a 3 right side, short, and a rebound to number 24, Danielle Heath.
The good coming off of her hand. It was online. Just needed a little bit more legs.
Graham with the ball for Pembroke. Gets it over to Lester on the right side. Drives to the baseline. Nothing doing. Cut off by Agrusa. And stolen by Kara Groover. Lobs it to Vanessa. Agrusa brings it right up over to Schedule. 3 left side. Short. No good. And Pembroke has the ball, trailing by 11. Franklin sets to check back in. Horn works to the left elbow, floater, no good. Rebound to Groover. Kara brings it up to the left or right side rather. Agrusa to Schedule, top of the key, hands it back to Vanessa. Bounce pass to Schedule and a reach in. It's one thing that has become fairly expected. Anytime the post players for North Georgia touch the ball, they are going to receive a lot of attention.
Well, we haven't scored. We like to throw it through the big, whether it's Julianne Sutton or our 3-4 or our wings. And the last 3 post touches have resulted in fouls on Pembroke. So although it's not scores on the board, you know, we're pretty close to getting them in some early foul trouble.
Wide open right side. Franklin missed the 3, but Groover's there for another loose ball. The pass zipped to Thorpe at the foul line. Back to Groover. And had it knocked away. Oh, and look at that. Jumping in to tie up Pembroke, Amani Arnold. And this one will go Pembroke's way on the alternating possession. Amani really is coming into her own.
Yes, she is.
On the floor, Naomi Gilbert for Pembroke. Now Horn has it blocked by Schedule. That is really her comfort
it's
zone.
Like she almost, it's okay when she gets blown by. It allows her to put a little bit more perimeter pressure on her defender because she knows that it's not an automatic layup if she does get dribbled through.
Basket by Horn on the inbound makes it 16-7. A minute 35 to go in the first quarter. Groover to Schedule out front. Hands it to Kara, who hands it to Franklin. Lobs down low, wide open. Schedule is fouled by Alicia Hardy.
I know that this lineup is precipitated by foul trouble with our bigs, but this is a lineup that with basically having Amani at the 5, a small athletic post, but a bigger, taller 4 in Sutton. In Schedule. It's been a nightmare here for Pembroke just trying to get matched up against this look.
Thorpe and Arnold get a breather. Faith Arthur and Agrusa back in. (18-7) your score.
Oh, wow.
Pass whistled toward Horn, went through her hands, and Faith Arthur gets the loose ball tied up, and it goes over to the Nighthawks with 72 seconds left in the opening quarter. Franklin hustles it up. Agrusa, left side, down low. Schedule with the left hand. Thing of beauty. How many seconds did that take?
4.
Gilbert drives high off the glass, no good. Rebounds Agrusa up to Schedule, up to Arthur. Faith drives, shoots, no good. Boy, that was another lightning fast transition.
That would have been an athletic play, just to catch that and get the shot off. That was a great play by Arthur. I know it was it was a miss, but man, that was a really athletic move.
You went from Agrusa with the rebound, the outlet, Schedule gets it up to Arthur. Less than 3 seconds, I'm guessing.
Yep, and we got to be careful because a lot of bad shots come early in the shot clock, but at least we've got Pembroke playing at our pace.
Right. And they dictated that instantaneously when they threw the defensive shift on early. Final 25 seconds of the opening quarter, 20-7, largest lead of the day. The pass intended for Agrusa, a little bit too high, and it goes over to the Braves. Losing footing as she headed to the lane was number 4, Brianna Bayham from Wilmington. Laney High School.
In Wilmington?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. Pretty well-known alum in the basketball world from there.
The GOAT.
Yeah.
Just turned 56 yesterday.
Still looking pretty good. Unable to get off the last second shot. That is it for the first quarter. North Georgia 20, UNC Pembroke 7. Back with the second quarter right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Now you have it. Everything in your hands, nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
Back we are courtside. Craig Corbin, Lee Glenn. A sterling first quarter, 20-7. That's pretty much in keeping with what they did yesterday.
Hey, what's the word that you used in the open that sounded like a pharmacy?
Apotheosis, and I knew that you were thinking apothecary, but apotheosis is
family.
Exactly.
Yeah.
The culmination.
You're going to have to come heavier than that to catch me off. That's just, that sauce is too weak.
It was too good a word not to use. Walker wanted that one so bad.
Too easy. I mean, I used to get in my old town I used to live in, the name of the pharmacy was the apothecary.
I knew that's what you were going to, the derivation that was just waiting to be used. Oh, my goodness. But isn't that such a perfect word, though, for what they did yesterday? The apotheosis, the culmination, the climax, the highest level of accomplishment for the season thus far.
I'm just having trouble connecting that to a pharmacy, but I don't see where the apoth is.
North Georgia with the ball. Agrusa back to Arthur in traffic. Had it hit, got it back. Agrusa tipped it to her, and Faith scores.
That was a physical possession.
It really was. The largest lead now of the day at 15. Pembroke with the ball. We've played a minute in the second quarter. In the lane, an unusual hook shot did not go for Sadasia Love.
She didn't complete the move.
That was, to use a gymnastic vernacular, or really diving, I guess, the degree of difficulty.
High.
Whew. That was a three-quarter corkscrew.
Yeah, with the shot occurring in rotation.
Yes. Lob comes into Sutton through her hands, and Love retrieves it. That was a tough pass to try to snare. Three from the right side, no good. Battle for the loose ball. Arthur outlet to Thorpe. Tamara near side, works to the right wing. Picked up by T. Graham, out front to Arthur, over to Agrusa. A foul away from the ball. That will be on Sadasia Love.
Probably the fourth or fifth post-up defense foul.
Franklin inbounds to Thorpe. The lob to Julianne, right back to Tamara. Lobs it right back to Julianne, turns with a left hand and scores.
Good post execution there. The first post touch, she wasn't trying to score, but when it went right back out, Julianne Sutton did a good job of digging deeper into the paint. And that's just good post instruction. So anytime a post player passes us out, they want to reposition themselves deeper in the floor. That's a sophomore that's starting to play like a junior and a senior.
Drive, the missed shot, ball out of bounds. You don't imagine there's some great instruction going on by the post players on that coaching staff.
You've got a couple good ones sitting over there. I wouldn't say Jordan, formerly Livesay, now Tetley, was a post player, but those other two sitting on her wings were pretty good at it.
Got a National Player of the Year to work with you. I think that'd be good stuff.
2 Division I transfers.
Pass tipped away and stolen inside by Pembroke. 24-7, still your score. Pembroke has not scored here until right then in the second quarter on the basket by Avery Locklear, senior from South Rowan High School. Bounce pass from Agrusa to Julianne. The left-handed shot this time did not fall.
We'll take our chances. That was another charged circle catch, which is good for the Nighthawks.
7:07 to go in the second. Long three rattles in and out. Offensive rebound and the follow by Locklear.
I like her game.
Yeah.
I like her demeanor.
Steady.
Yeah.
Blue collar work ethic. Julianne wide open for three and just makes it look so easy.
So I said when Thorpe and Thorpe and Agrusa are making threes, we're hard to guard. You throw Sutton in that mix.
No doubt about it. And when you're that wide open, you've got to take it.
Yeah.
Layup no good from Alicia Hardy. Here come the Nighthawks. Franklin. Thorpe open, left side, no good. Agrusa gets a hand on the loose ball, but it goes out of bounds. Substitution, Schedule and Skinner in the lineup. Liv in for the first time. Kara Groover back out as well. .6:19 here in the second. 27-12. North Georgia has led from the outset. Baseline jumper will not go. And a foul over the back. Nighthawks with the ball. Clock rolls, 5:50 and counting till half.
Too deep.
Thorpe for three, right side off the mark, and a rebound by Pembroke.
Good rebound, our good defensive possession by the Braves kept our Julianne from catching it in the paint.
Braves trail by 15, 5.5 minutes to go, second quarter. 17-footer is off the mark, no good. Tipped out, and Groover corrals the loose ball. Heaves it over to Schedule on the right wing. Now back to Groover. Zips the pass inside, and a foul on the shot attempt by Skinner.
That was just a softball second baseman turning two with their hands.
Man.
Just catching it and throwing to first. That was a really athletic play by Kara Groover, and I'm a big proponent of this, but even when Skinner makes these free throws, it's not going to be credited as an assist to Kara as it should.
And it should be. Agrusa in for Julianne. And Locklear gets a breather for Pembroke, and back on the floor is Melanie Horn. Skinner 1 of 2, but Groover comes up with a loose ball. Schedule to Thorpe, to Groover for three, no good. Loose ball. Thorpe got a hand on it, but Horn will take it. Pembroke brings it up. Alicia Hardy. Now Horn from just beyond the foul line, no good. And a trio of Nighthawks there to accept the rebound. Skinner near side has the pass knocked away. Ball tipped and out of bounds, and it will go over to Pembroke. I think the right call on that one.
Yeah. Skinner got hit in the face too, but friendly fire.
Yep.
Trying to get the ball.
Yep. 28-12. Timeout on the floor. We will take it as well. 4:46 to go in the second. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
Greg Corbin, Lee Glenn, the Nighthawk Sports Network team. And since we have time, let's go ahead and pause 10 seconds for station identification right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Pembroke with the ball, trailing 28-12. The shot off the mark. Rebound taken by Skinner. Here come the Nighthawks, leading by 16. Franklin, top of the key. Now Skinner zips the pass to Agrusa. Vanessa puts it up and draws contact. She'll head to the line.
Got lucky there because that shot that she ended up taking was extremely low percentage, where she drives one way, reverses back the other, but still shoots it on the strong side. So in order to get a foul out of that was good offense by Vanessa, but probably Pembroke wishes that they had just walled up and seen the result of that shot.
First one goes. And the second one off the mark, no good. Vanessa with 4 points on the afternoon. Down low, ball taken away by Franklin. Schedule, dangerous pass. Skinner able to keep it. Zips it back to Franklin. Over to Groover, goes baseline, lobs the pass to Vanessa. She'll head to the paint. Fakes, turns, oh, and missed the shot. Oh, my goodness, what a move by Vanessa. And she is aggravated. The Nighthawks will keep possession as Abby Franklin gets up slowly.
Yeah. Not too many people saw the play that Abby just made right there. Just will never show up in the stat book, but knew that she was in there with two of Pembroke's bigs. And the reason that we were able to keep that ball is that she did a left-handed tip out. Sacrificed her body for it, too.
Yep. Franklin gets it down to Agrusa, right back to Abby for the left-handed layup, and a beautiful give and go.
And she deserves that. She deserves to finish that possession after the sacrifice she put in on the play prior.
Nicely done. Nighthawks, biggest lead of the day, now 19 points. Long jumper will go for Melanie Horn. That breaks the 7-0 run. Schedule wants three back. This one no good. Ball out of bounds to Pembroke. You look in combination at what the Nighthawks did yesterday against Francis Marion, coming out and just establishing that high level of performance, and then today opening up. You know, if you were going to adumbrate the achievements, it would be difficult to hit them all.
Did you just say a bad word?
Absolutely not. Adumbrate, to outline.
See, I would like to do a straw poll and know how many of our 16 listeners know the definition of that word.
Not going to be a lot of takers on that one. That's a good word, though.
See, I don't think so. I mean, if you can't even guess what it means in context,
too far.
I mean, there's at least got to be a semblance of a connectability. There's none. That's just letters. That's just a bunch of letters thrown into a formation of a word. That one was a stretch. So wherever you're getting your game of the day stuff from, they're gonna have to bring heavier artillery.
I liked adumbrate. I loved apotheosis.
Yeah.
Gibbous was a great word yesterday.
That sounds smarter.
It does. Well, you got the Greek in there. Yeah. 32-14 before we stray too far. 2:25 to go here in the second. You got to have fun, and especially when the working margin for the Nighthawks is as much as it is. Thorpe on the wing. Now it's a Franklin, works around to the right side. Back it goes to Tamara. Open is Schedule. Even more open is Skinner for three and hits.
Wow, look good. I wish you could give a hockey assist on that play, because I don't know whose hands it left last, but the two people that started that reversal should get credit for that as well.
We have just seen a momentous occasion with Lee Glenn using a hockey reference in a broadcast.
Yeah, in a good way, in a favorable way.
35-14, and I'm with you because the ball movement was amazing on that last possession, and Amber really was open enough that she could have taken that three. Skinner bounce pass to Arnold, double teamed. How did she get free and score?
Man, that's a great pass by Skinner there too. Just faked ball reversal and did a nice spun bounce pass entry.
How tough was that angle?
And the only way you're going to get it there is by spinning the ball.
That was a billiard shot.
A good pass by Skinner.
Horn for three, hits in the corner. She was all alone and made it pay off. Back to a 20-point deficit for Pembroke. Final minute of the opening half. Schedule, goodness gracious. Thorpe hit the floor and a foul called. Faith Arthur will check in.
Cutting to win there was Thorpe. You know, a lot of times you catch players that are cut just to change positions on the floor.
Mm-hmm.
She cut to really damage the defense, and it ended up Pembroke trying to bump the cutter there. She had such momentum going that it had to be a foul.
Arthur comes in for Schedule. Faith got, or beg your pardon, Tamara got the first. And we'll have one more. And this one no good, off the rim to the left, out of bounds. Last touched by Pembroke. And boy, I'll tell you, it's been a tough first half for the Braves here this afternoon.
Uh-oh, this is going to be a handoff.
Arthur hands it to Tamara right down Main Street. Shot was blocked, though.
That's the result whistle.
I think that is one of my favorite inbound plays.
Knew it was coming.
Yep. Now, Faith was set up a little bit closer in than many times they are, as the defense allowed that time. Thorpe right back to the line, hits the first. 39-17 with 39.3 remaining here in the second quarter. The second one also good. So the Nighthawks scored 20 points in the first quarter. They've scored 20 thus far in the second, although they'll have one more shot at least to add to their total.
And the Braves have yet to reach that total.
Nope, for the first half altogether. A long three is good, and right there they made it. 40-20. Final 15 seconds of the second quarter. Franklin just across midcourt calls the play. Directs a bit of traffic with 10, 9, 8. Abby with 6, 5. Turns away to Skinner. Straightaway three. In and out, no good. Great look, but just would not fall.
That was a great set. It showed Horn's look that we always do on a short shot clock, but ran a counter out of it. I like to see those added twists here late in the season.
We are at the break. North Georgia with another impressive half of basketball leads UNC Pembroke 40-20. Stay with us. We'll have a look at the box score coming up in just a moment right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Leadership is socially responsible, collaborative, and inclusive.
It's a process,
not a position.
The University of North Georgia
is a state leadership institution.
Here, the leadership
certificate program is open
to all students who want to enhance
their leadership knowledge,
gain practical skills, and become a
more effective leader.
A more effective leader.
You can get credit for your involvement in student organizations,
campus events,
community service, study abroad,
and many other campus activities.
Start learning how to understand your personal leadership philosophy.
Be part of a team.
Improve your communication.
Create an inclusive environment.
And make a difference in your community.
Make a commitment to yourself.
And become part
of the Leadership Certificate Program.
Because at the University of North Georgia,
You can lead.
You can lead.
You can lead.
you can lead.
You can lead where it counts.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
We actually do just about anything that you ask.
We offer everything from design and branding all the way up to signs and banners, promotional products, digital signage, t-shirts, embroidery.
Cups, koozies, pens, magnets. There's 25,000 items out there we can do.
A lot of people don't know that we can handle all that, and we can look at the customer and say, yeah, we do that.
And back we are here live and in color on camera, the Nighthawk Sports Network here in the Convocation Center. Craig Corbin, Lee Glenn, and our staff on a blustery, overcast, rainy, wet winter day here in Dahlonega. Just as nasty today as it was beautiful yesterday. But the one consistent, the play of Coach Burson's Nighthawks. And they picked up today exactly where they left off against Francis Marion.
Yeah, that's the beauty about basketball is that things can travel. Defense can travel, and well-coached and being organized can travel. And so it doesn't matter whether you're in a different gym or it's beautiful outside or wet outside or hot or cold. Once you kind of get inside this 94 feet and it's good teams that are organized can play. You know, like outdoor sports, you know, well, we're not good in the rain, or I don't have a pitcher that can play with a wet ball, or that's not the case here. I don't like playing when it's cold. Our girls have our Coach Burson has created a system that, and you don't see us gimmick a lot either. We do a lot of the same stuff every night. We just out-match up you because our 2 through 4 are so interchangeable. And teams can't really make an adjustment to that.
It was impressive to see 20 points in the first quarter, 20 points in the second quarter, and they lead by 20 at the break, 40-20. One player in double figures in the first half of play. That's Amber Schedule with 11 points. Amber 4 of 8, 1 of 4 beyond the arc, 2 of 2 at the line. And you have to be impressed as they put together that first half with the synchronicity, the meshing of the gears, as I referred to it as we talked during one of the breaks. Everything seems to be working well as far as the game plan coming in and how the team is able to make that game plan happen on the floor.
And that's a good trend when you're at the middle to the latter part of February, to be honest with you, because most teams are trending in the other direction. They've started to see the light at the end of the tunnel, which for us is bigger fish to fry. Conference championships, hopefully some postseason inclusion, but a lot of teams at this point in the season are just seeing the end, and that's not the case with our team. They like right there at the end, the last possession, you know, the high horns look with 2 ball screens is something that you've seen since November from us. But just the fact that here late in the season with only 5 regular season games to go, we're throwing wrinkles at teams and executing it really well says a lot about our late season investment.
And the desire they have to perfect what they're doing in the game plan. We're going to step aside. When we come back, we'll look much closer at the box score from the first half. It is North Georgia by 20 right here in the Convocation Center. Stay with us. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
What is the Golden Eagle Band? Established in 1873, we are the oldest organization on campus. Excellence in music is our passion. Our spirit of brotherhood provides friendships that last a lifetime. We compete and perform just for fun. Join the tradition.
I'm a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I am a researcher.
I am a senior.
I am an athlete.
I am a veteran.
I am a sister.
I am a sophomore.
I am a singer. I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer.
I am a leader.
I am a cadet. I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
At Farmers, we've seen almost everything, so we know how to cover almost anything, even close claws.
We took your shortcut, which was a bad idea.
I can't believe that worked! No. I got the keys.
And we covered it. Talk to Farmers. We know a thing or two because we've seen a thing or two.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Taking a look at the collective numbers from the first half for North Georgia, the Nighthawks shooting 40% from the floor. They were 13 of 28, a bit subpar beyond the arc in the first half today, 4 of 14. So while they do have a 20-point advantage, that could have been a lot bigger.
One thing I take away from the box score is that Pembroke's taken 3 more shots than we have, so they've just got more opportunity at the rim. Although not from three-point land, we've been significantly more efficient, and where that efficiency comes from is balance. Amber's schedule's taken 8 shots, but after that, we have 8 players that have got at least 2 or more shots. So you don't know where to kind of shift your defensive focus to because it can come from any direction. And then, you know, of those 8 players that have taken 2 or more shots, again, talking about the efficiency part of things, they've all scored. They're all in the box score. There's one player, without guessing, who would it be that hasn't scored?
Today, I would say that it would be Kara Groover.
That's correct. That is correct. That is apothecarying. That's not even one.
Apotheostic. Oh, my goodness. I'll tell you what, we do have fun with that. We do have fun. Now, while Kara has not scored, everybody else has, as you mentioned, the 11 for Amber, 8 from Julianne, and she only played 7 minutes.
Because of 2 early fouls.
In that first half.
Luckily, that's not going to be an issue.
Exactly. 6 points for Tamara. 5 points in the first half for Olivia Skinner. 4 for Vanessa. And 2 each for the trio of Franklin, Arnold, and Arthur. Yet another great-sounding legal team in the making.
Yeah.
Coach Burson striding back onto the court, holding the box scores that we've just been going over. And we are going to probably take care of some housekeeping here and take a break. When we come back, a lot more to talk about around the Peach Belt, and also a little bit of a preview of the men's game coming up later this afternoon. Stay with us. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Have it. Everything in your hands, nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
Back at the half, North Georgia with a commanding 20-point advantage versus UNC Pembroke. And as we enter the final segment of the regular season, you always want to see how things are going to shake out with the schedule. And thankfully, it has been favorable from the standpoint of home games for the Nighthawks.
4 games left, so a midweek at Clayton State next week. Always tough to play, but not relatively far. You're there an hour and a half. And then back to 2 home games, a midweek or a Saturday with Georgia College, and then that final regular season game next Wednesday with Lander before concluding the final regular season game the following 2 Saturdays from now at Georgia Southwestern.
You know, that is physically, the trip to Georgia Southwestern is physically taxing, just as the trip to Pembroke is taxing, to Francis Marion can be taxing.
Yeah.
And you know that they're not going to overlook that game, but nonetheless, you are on the road to finish the regular.
And it's not quite as far,
right?
But it's just, especially as it may be worse even on a Saturday, because if you choose to day trip it, it requires you leaving so early. And so probably we may look at taking 2 buses, to be honest with you.
Right. So we'll see how that transpires. We're going to step aside real quick for a final timeout. Be back with the second half. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
From court to court and lane to lane, under the lights or under the sun, no one delivers Division II sports like NCAA.com. The center of D2 is inside the NCAA.com hub, with exclusive highlights of every sport and live broadcasts of every Division II championship found nowhere else. Make NCAA.com yours, the home of Division II college sports.
I want everyone to rally behind such a great cause for Make-A-Wish. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the school. It's for the kids that we'll be helping. It's for them.
And it's not just raising money for a charity. It's raising money to make this kid's dream come true.
I never, still to this day, would have thought that it would have touched me the way that it did that day. To truly say that it was a life-changing moment for myself is true. And I think it was for our program, our team, and our university. It was truly one of the most memorable experiences of my coaching career.
You really just see the community come together to make this event special and make it unique. And I think that's one thing that we like to try to brand ourselves with here at UNG is we're unique, and we like to do the special, small things that make children's lives and dreams come true.
Third quarter is underway, as if on cue. Pembroke with the ball to open things up here. Glad you've joined us for game number 1 of our Peach Belt doubleheader between North Georgia and UNC Pembroke. The Braves trail by 20. Locklear kicks it over to Graham. That 3 is off the mark. Franklin, the loose ball, quickly the other way. Abby across half court, works to the right wing, stops away to Agrusa. Looked down low to Sutton, but instead dribbles to her left. Now Julianne, top of the key, over to Franklin, lobs to Schedule. She's double-teamed immediately. Now has trouble and draws contact in the process.
Adjustment made by Coach Haskins there at halftime, that on at least with post touches that don't involve Julianne, that they're going to just go red, which is a hard double team. So be interesting to see how often and how much we throw it into the post and what we do out of the post against the double team.
Schedule between the circles. Works to the left, away to Franklin, lobs to Julianne. Beautiful move. The shot comes up short, gets a rebound. Schedule now for 3, good.
A double Julianne's post touch there too, and that's going to just, Coach Burson will preach poise to not speed your mind up, get wide elbows and play through it, and that could be a lot of open jump shots for the Nighthawks.
Locklear from the right elbow connects, and it's 43-22. In the paint, Sutton zips it out to Thorpe on the right wing, straight away to Schedule. Now hands it to Vanessa. Agrusa now to Sutton, shot clock at 15. Franklin now to Amber, works into the lane, shot is up, no good, rebound to Pembroke.
You can tell they don't, something that's not a common practice for them because they don't know where the double team should come from, whereas they didn't that time on Schedule's post touch.
Thorpe to Franklin, drives, is fouled, the shot would not go. And the Pembroke player went down hard. We'll see if she is okay. And now rolling and getting on her feet, and that's always a welcome sign when any player hits the floor. Tamara had ample room to get the ball to Franklin on that transition, but the defender closed in a hurry.
Let's tell you what, that's a in the men's game, a 3v1 with a trailer is a lot of the times some of the most combative around the rim action that you're going to see in the women's game as well. So you've got the one defender that's stationary on the floor, yet a trailer that kind of tries to alter or mess with the shot from the back. A lot of things can go wrong.
First one good for Abby. Second one rolls in as well, and it's 45-22. A little pressure here by the Nighthawks. Pembroke able to beat it. Gets it up to the Braves to Love. Right down the lane is Horn. Kicks out right side 3 is way short, and Julianne comes up with the ball. That did not come even remotely close to the rim. Franklin drives, shoots, would not go, but draws foul.
She can't get the right angle on those last two left-handed layups there. She almost, the point of when she lets go of it, she's almost too far under the rim to get any angle up on it. But and she knows that you know, that's an opportunity there. We need to, on dribble penetration like that, think 3 and not 2.
That is always such a difficult aspect of anyone's game is getting that comfort level with the left hand if you are not left-handed.
A lot of players at the development levels are just trying to get fouled.
Yeah.
But, you know, the higher you go, you want to finish with and through the contact.
1 of 2, but Sutton the rebound and scores. How did she get in there?
I don't know.
Now a 26
and a steal here.
Goodness, 26-point lead. Sutton over to Franklin, over to Schedule on the right wing, back to Abby. Now Julianne straight away for 3. This one no good. Julianne was still feeling it from the first half.
She made a great effort play, offensive rebound on a missed free throw, then a steal. I think she earned herself the right to miss a 3.
That jumper way off the mark from Tracy Ford. That hit above the square.
It did.
and to the right of the upper right corner of the square.
I wonder if she was passing it to the shot clock.
Whew, goodness. That was a shot put. Inbound comes to Horn, baseline jumper short, gets her own rebound, heads back to the paint, puts it up, blocked by Agrusa, just literally took it out of the air. Vanessa, bounce pass, run to the floor, Schedule would not go. Sutton kicks to Thorpe, to Schedule for three. It is so enjoyable to watch this team.
They're good. And look at them, they're doing something that they're not over comfortable doing with the full court pressure. And it tells you right there, Julianne knows that she made a mistake. Up 28.
Yeah.
Full court press, you can't pick up your third foul there.
Early in the third. Largest lead of
Are you using another word?
Oh, before long.
No,
yeah.
No, largest.
Oh. Oh, goodness. And another block from the backside by Vanessa. She and Amber.
It's all of them.
They perfected it.
Yeah, they're so rangy. Wide wingspan. Armani Arnold's good at it, too, who just checks back in the game.
Armani comes in for Julianne. Pembroke with the ball, trailing by 29. Down it goes in the paint, and again taken away by Schedule. Gets the pass to Franklin, to the right wing, back to Vanessa, drives the lane, shot is up, blocked, out of bounds by Alicia Hardy. Vanessa is fearless when she drives the lane.
Yep, she's going. And now that she's added that Euro step and that change of direction, full speed.
That's a nice compliment to her game.
And to post it up like this.
Down low, Agrusa finds Amani Arnold, who connects. How about that? How about that?
They're really starting to be able to play off of each other on these post catches, too, to where they get bodies moving on the touch, knowing that it's a guard that's got it with their back to the basket. So the more active I am, the more likely I am to get a layup.
And a bit of resignation settling in on the Pembroke bench. 53-22 with 5:35 to go. That's a charge all day long and twice on Sundays.
Dan the fan yells, "You can't do that."
And that's true.
There is nothing.
It's true. You can't.
It is illegal.
Faith Arthur in for Amber Schedule. Amber, I believe, with more points than anybody today. 17 at last count, I think. Franklin to Thorpe. To the top of the key, now away to Agrusa. Arthur, left side, Franklin on the wing. Shot clock at 10. Faith, a long three, good.
She brings that from a right hand, so she is now right-handed, we're going to say. She brings that from her left eye.
Uncanny.
Yet still gets great shooter's rotation on it.
34-point advantage. The drive and the pass on the wing. Now back into the paint. Farmer shot up and good.
Nice up and under by Farmer there. Showed over her left shoulder, went back to a step through on the backside.
That broke a 13-0 run.
Did it? Is that what the crayon tells us?
That's what the crayon says. The chicken scratch.
Don't even have the live stats pulled up today. Just winging it.
Thorpe
this will
intercepts
be a
it. Tamara, look at her weave through traffic. Wow.
You better foul her. It's going to be a layup.
Media timeout. 4:09 to go, third quarter. North Georgia 56, Pembroke 24. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
nothing in your way. A new and better way to manage and control all your money. You, exclusively by BB&T.
The UNG Campus Connection is your university bookstore. It's the one-stop shop where students can get anything they need for the classroom, and fans can find everything they need to support the Nighthawks, from shirts and jackets to car decals and tailgating chairs. Gear up at the Nighthawks Nest with officially licensed UNG merchandise. Visit our stores in Dahlonega, Gainesville, Oconee, and Cumming, or check us out online at ungbookstore.com. The UNG Campus Connection is a proud sponsor of North Georgia Athletics.
4:09 to go in the third, and just as it was yesterday versus Francis Marion, today versus UNC Pembroke, all Nighthawks, 56-24, and I'm thinking that they're going to just blitz right past that 20-point per quarter allotment here in the third.
Unless they pull the brakes back a little bit. You know, the beauty about how good our women is, or our women are, is that games, there's not hardly every other game, there's no close games in here.
Yeah.
And so we stay on schedule.
And I like that a lot.
Yeah.
It also keeps you dialed in with regard to the dinner hour as well.
Yeah, no fouls.
Yeah.
No overtime. I say that, and the rest of our home games are going to be nail biters.
Still 56-24, nothing doing at the foul line that time. Inside 4 minutes to go here, third quarter. Pembroke with the ball. Down low. Wave off the basket. Too much time in the lane, was it?
It's called a travel.
Travel. 3:33 left here in the third. Thorpe works the left side. Kicks out to Agrusa. Vanessa to the foul line. Away to Tamara. Back to Vanessa. She will try a three. No good. Arnold got a hand on it. Saved it to Tamara. The lob out to Faith Arthur for three. No good. Rebound to Pembroke.
I like the three shot there. I like the shot selection by Arthur, though. It's an effort play by Amani just to give us that second possession. So just go ahead and turn it loose. Like morale killers.
Three off the mark. Rebound, Amani Arnold. Groover back on the floor, brings it up. Contact with Faith Arthur as she hits the floor. Arthur down low, puts it up and in, and draws contact.
Wow.
I like her game.
That's a nice step-through move.
She is deceptively quick with the ball.
Yeah, and she's got the ability. We joke about how we don't know if she's right or left-handed. She's got an uncanny ability to kind of push the shot it and like put rotation on the ball to allow her to kind of increase the angle that she can score off the backboard.
And a great-looking foul shot there too, completing the three-point play and pushing it up to a 35-point advantage, largest of the afternoon. Locklear works into the key. Now back it goes to Horn. And a whistle down low. And that'll be on Faith.
Got caught being a little lazy there defensively, just kind of letting the girl cut in front of her face for the post touch, and she knew it immediately. Probably needed to foul there just to eliminate the layup.
Locklear well out on the wing. Ball away to Graham. And a rebound to Arthur. Here come the Nighthawks. She is dribbling with determination.
Wow. Saucy.
Groover gets rid of it now to Thorpe. In the corner, Kara back to Tamara. Skinner, Arthur. Boy, she wanted to pull the trigger so bad.
She will right here. Watch this. Don't pass it back to her. Don't pass it back to her.
She wants it so bad. It's oh, my goodness.
I knew that was coming. She knew that she missed. She passed on a good one.
I think that ball might have been tipped. At least the observers along press row here thought that it might have been out of bounds. Don't want to be greedy, but
the three guys out there that matter, though, did not think it was.
They did not. Although their synchronization today has been mellifluous.
That's unreal.
It has been. It's been musical.
That doesn't mean musical.
Yes, it does. Absolutely. Lyrical.
No, it doesn't.
With great musical quality. Absolutely it does.
It sounds like a middle schooler saying maliciousness.
A three from Skinner off to Mark. No good. Amani Arnold. Groover zips it over to Thorpe. Arthur now kicks back to Tamara. Final minute of the third quarter has it stripped away. And, you know, they've actually got a little work to do to get that 20th point this quarter.
We're about to get it right here on this free throw. Because she's like a really good free throw shooter.
Money.
And I can say that because it was a shooting foul, so she's going to get two. She won't miss two. She might miss one. She's not going to miss two.
I like your confidence. First one's good. There's that 20th point of the quarter and the 60th point of the game. And as we wait on Tamara watching the pre-race interviews with J.J. Watt, Michael Waltrip down on pit row in Daytona, always a treat.
Does he have a YouTube camera attached to his hat? I mean, a GoPro attached to his hat.
Somebody does. I think that's him. Nice steal. Tamara puts it up. Would not go. Rebound. Skinner shoots. No good. And Pembroke will keep it. So, and stolen by. Oh, she nearly got it.
Tamara's got such an uncanny ability to anticipate.
There is a sense of just knowing where the ball is going.
Blood in the water.
Pembroke will keep possession. Difference of 2.4 seconds in the shot clock and the game clock. And they did not.
Was this the carryover rule?
Yep. Did not beat the 10-second count. And that'll sneak up and get you.
So when did they gain possession, though, down there?
I didn't think they had.
Yeah, that should have been a full 10, right?
I didn't think they had. It was our ball.
Yeah. So it is a new rule, though, but overused in that case.
I agree. Yeah. Final 10 seconds of the third. Groover away to Skinner, back to Kara, now with 3, 2, down low. Arnold goes up and is fouled with exactly 1 second.
Got a little lucky there because she caught it in a bad place on the floor. But good vision by Kara Groover there to find her, but got to make sure that she's in a catchable and scoring spot, a spot that she can catch and score in without having to make an extra play there.
Amani left that one short. She'll have one more. Looking to make it a 38-point advantage, and she does. 62-24. And Pembroke will inbound it, and that is your third quarter. 62-24, North Georgia leads UNC Pembroke. Stay with us, fourth quarter straight ahead right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Goodbye, LA, until another time. When can we call it love? Think we've crossed the line.
Shop, play, and stay in Dahlonega, the heart of the North Georgia mountains.
The Monday morning status meeting leaves everyone in a state of boredom. That must be why they called it a boardroom. But you're putting a new spin on this week's meeting, because you've brought bagels. Fresh baked bagels. So, well done, my friend. Not only have you uplifted the vibe of the status meeting, you've upgraded your own status to hero. Save the day with bagels. Now it's even easier.
And the Nighthawk machine rolls right along after 20 and 20 in the first and second quarters, respectively. 22 in the third. And a three-pointer there.
My question was, one of their shots a three in the third quarter?
No, 2 twos. Oh. Two two-point field goals. And a deathly silence falls over the Convocation Center. 9:04.
Unintentional contact there. Amber got hit, popped in the nose.
Scheduled straight away, three. Yeah, that's the way you get over a
Do not hit
pop
me
nose.
In the nose. Just don't do it. Because if you do, I'm going to spray you with a three.
And she did. Clock rolls here. 8:40 and counting in the fourth.
Another defense that you haven't seen us play hardly any of.
No, and a travel is going to send it back this way anyhow, but the Nighthawks already had it.
Yeah.
Julianne back on the floor, by the way. Abby brings it up to the right wing, leaves for Livia. Out front to Amber, over it goes to Vanessa, looking down low instead. Vanessa top of the key, away to Abby. Now Julianne back to Vanessa, straightaway three, off the iron. Boy, that was a good looking shot though. Pembroke with the ball. Long three from the left wing is good, and so the Braves have hit on a couple of threes here early in the fourth. A spin move by Julianne on the right block to lay it in with a left.
I like seeing her going back over her right shoulder. That's a breakaway from the scouting report.
Pembroke with the ball. Danielle Heath away to Brianna Bayham. 7 on the shot clock, down low, and the Braves have actually scored on 3 consecutive possessions for the first time today.
Playing with a lot of urgency. No backcourt turnover here. 12 did a good job of jumping the passing lane.
3-point attempt up and good. That's their third three-pointer in the quarter.
11 points in 59 seconds.
After scoring 7 in the first quarter and 4 in the third.
Yeah. They matched their point totals in
for 20 minutes.
59 seconds.
Yeah, think about that. And a steal. 6:40 and counting. Skip pass to Bayham. Steps inside the arc and hits. And Coach Burson wants to talk about it.
Seen enough of that.
Wants to make sure there is no lethargy on the floor. And we will take a timeout as well. 6:33 to go. North Georgia 67, Pembroke 37. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I am a commuter.
I'm an actor.
I am an intern.
I am a researcher.
I am a senior.
I am an athlete.
I am a veteran.
I am a sister.
I am a sophomore.
I am a singer.
I am an educator.
I am a scientist.
I am a resident.
I am a writer.
I am a leader.
I am a cadet. I am a volunteer. I am a musician.
I am a tutor.
We are UNG.
The Nighthawks lead by 30. Their largest lead was 38 at the end of the third quarter. But hats off to the Braves for coming out in the fourth quarter, and they've nailed 3 3-pointers.
A little pull-up J, too.
Yeah, nicely done. 67-37 your score, and a whistle away from the ball. That's going to be, I believe, on Faith Arthur running through the defender.
I think that's actually good offense. It is a foul, but you want your players thinking aggressive, penetrating cuts, so not just running to a spot.
6:10 to go in the ball game. Pembroke with possession. Bayham guarded by Schedule. And the feed down low, and that is foul number 4 on Julianne.
She got in trouble by trying to gamble over the top on the entry pass, but it was such a great angle and a use of spin on the post entry that, just a great pass, I believe, by number 4 there.
The line, Danielle Heath, and this one is good. That is the longest run of the game for Pembroke. Now an 8-0 run. Make it 9. Inside 6 minutes to go. Franklin hands it to Schedule. Out front, Sutton over to Skinner. Liv right back to Julianne. Will hand it to Amber. Works to the right side. Now Skinner with 12 to shoot. Dangerous pass and taken away. Clock rolls, 5:34 to go. On a 3 from the right wing. Good. My gracious, Alicia Hardy. Another 3-pointer, and it's a 12-0 run by Pembroke. And a whistle away from the ball. That will go against number 24, Danielle Heath. And I would agree that Coach Burson isn't a happy camper right now, despite what the margin is.
No, and it's tough because what got us in this position was speeding Pembroke up and some full court pressure, and you don't want to do that because you're just inviting them to have shorter possessions. So now we kind of almost want to chew the game just a little bit more.
No look pass, Sutton to Thorpe, left wing 3. That was beautiful.
That kind of stopped the momentum there.
That is something that a number of these Nighthawk players are fond of, and that's the no-look pass.
Just speaks to their comfort with each other,
Yep.
kind of knowing where they're going to be, especially on the post touches. It kind of goes into the paint and out. Those are just, especially if Pembroke, at least early in the second half, tried to go red on our post touches, which is double teaming them, that's just leaving space on the perimeter.
Timeout on the floor. We'll take it as well. 4:58 to play. It's UNG 70, UNC Pembroke 42, right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Being a champion takes more than talent, more than the perfect pass, more than using your head. Being a champion takes the spirit to always push harder, the ability to overcome any hurdle, and the fire to be the best. Welcome to Division II, where the pursuit is yours to create. And the question isn't, can you do it? It's, will you?
We can stop to make sure someone is okay.
Get in the way and disrupt the situation.
Notify an authority.
Or walk them home safely.
We can change the language around rape.
We can make campuses safer for our teammates, our friends, and our classmates.
We cannot be bystanders.
Taking action isn't always easy, but it's on us
to intervene.
Because we can. Learn more and take the pledge at itsonus.org.
Teams back on the floor. Nighthawks hustling out. Their lead had been as much as 38, but then a 12-0 run by Pembroke early here in the fourth has cut into that just a bit. Braves with the ball. Hardy missed that one after hitting a couple of earlier threes. Tamara.
We dug it out there. We double-teamed the post touch.
Schedule hands to Franklin. Now Arthur, top of the key, over to Tamara. Down low to Sutton. Julianne in the lane, would not go. It was a good-looking shot, but just a bit much at the back of the iron.
Good job of knowing our surroundings, too. There's no need to go over the back. 4th, 5th foul there.
Hardy in the corner. A three for Brianna Bayham. Inside 4 minutes we go. North Georgia with the ball. Thorpe to Sutton. We'll hand it right back to Tamara. Schedule a long three. My goodness.
I'm not quite sure why a Pembroke defender would go under a handoff there. I think Coach Haskins is thinking the same thing.
That was beautiful. Amber was easily 5 feet beyond the arc. Boy, Abby Franklin went head over heels in the lane, but pops right back up.
Because she doesn't show emotion.
Nope.
Can't rattle her.
Nope. Sutton to Franklin on the right wing. Back to Julianne, looking down low for Faith Arthur.
Julianne about to get her a three right here.
Boy, she is waiting for it. Faith was collapsed upon by 3 Pembroke defenders. Now, to her credit, she really was working to make herself available for the pass, the entry pass. She'll get a breather, as will Abby Franklin. Amani Arnold back in, as is Kara Groover. Oh, and a beautiful play on the inbound, but Amber missed the lob. Sort of an alley-oop, and it just wouldn't drop. And again, you don't want to be greedy when you lead by this many, but
this is a good chance to execute some things that you're going to want to run late in the season tournament time as well.
Hardy for 3.
Man. So they woken up here in the 4th quarter.
Finally. Schedule to Sutton, to Thorpe, looking down low, back to Julianne, over to Amber. Shot clock at 17. Groover, schedule, down low to Arnold. Feeds Groover, but the pass was too low. It hit off her shin.
Yeah.
So while the result is not in doubt, some longer faces on the North Georgia bench right now, just because of the play that has evolved here in the 4th quarter, be that as it may.
And it sends you out with a bad taste in your mouth.
Pembroke player a bit slow to get up. And especially when you look at what transpired yesterday. We've got a timeout on the floor as the players attended to. We'll see if they're going to just bring the teams over to their respective huddles for a moment. That is Brianna Bayham that is being helped to the locker room, sort of favoring that left knee.
Came down awkward after the drive to the rim.
Pembroke will have the ball underneath their own goal. Lester zips it in to Hardy. 3, no good. Rebound to Monty Arnold, tied up by Danielle Heath, and it will stay with Pembroke.
Good sprinkling of Pembroke fans, of 30 of them maybe.
They have come
20.
A fur piece to observe today's games. Inside 2 minutes we go, 73-48. And as the next opportunity here, I will pause 10 seconds for station identification. I have slipped just past the top of the hour. Another three-pointer, this one from T. Graham. 73-51, a minute 35 to go. Groover to Sutton, over to Schedule, back to Julianne, now Groover, left wing. There's that three, and Julianne pops it right in.
Just a matter of time before she shot that. Pembroke's big was playing on the free throw line. Needed a couple reversals to eat some clock.
15 points now for Julianne Sutton. And a whistle. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network. So with this game just about in the books, you look to the balance of the season, and you're at Clayton State, as you mentioned, the midweek game, then the 2 games back-to-back at home, Georgia College and Lander. And not a bad way to have to play those 2 teams that traditionally are pretty good opponents.
The Georgia College always plays this tight.
Yep. It's been a great rivalry.
And with our men's team battling to kind of work their way back into tournament contention.
A great effort yesterday by Coach Faulkner and company. That shot will not go for Graham. Rebound to Schedule. Final 50 seconds of this ball game. Anxious to see if the guys can maintain their momentum from yesterday.
It's a really good team here.
Yeah, one of the best in the country. And certainly an upper tier Peach Belt team. Arnold with 10 to shoot. Away to Thorpe. Lobs down low, and that did not stand a chance of getting to Julianne. Quickly the other way, Lester back on the wing. The trail player, T. Graham, no good. Offensive rebound. The shot up and in by Lester. And so more points in the fourth quarter for Pembroke than the other 3 combined.
Was it really? Wow.
Final seconds, and that'll do it. 76-53. North Georgia with their 20th win of the season. Congratulations to Coach Burson on that. And we'll wish them well on the road at Clayton State before welcoming the team back for 2 at home to round out the home part of the season.
Yep. Dominant. You just can't let the fourth quarter there be indicative of and send you to the locker room or to the rest of the weekend with a bad taste. That was a thorough performance by the Nighthawks that, you know, you just got to do enough to win, and it doesn't have to be perfect.
Yep. We will take one quick break, be back and wrap things up quickly here from the Convocation Center. 76-53, your final score. This is the Nighthawk Sports Network.
I want everyone to rally behind such a great cause for Make-A-Wish. It's not just for us, and it's not just for the school. It's for the kids that we'll be helping. It's for them.
And it's not just raising money for a charity. It's raising money to make this kid's dream come true.
I never, still to this day, would have thought that it would have touched me the way that it did that day. To truly say that it was a life-changing moment for myself is true. And I think it was for our program, our team, and our university. It was truly one of the most memorable experiences of my coaching career.
You really just see the community come together to make this event special and make it unique. And I think that's one thing that we like to try to brand ourselves with here at UNG is we're unique, and we like to do the special, small things that make, you know, children's lives and dreams come true.
Enough. Yeah, I'm over it.
We shouldn't need commercials to tell you we're powerful.
No thanks. Genders don't play sports. Athletes do.
The trio of Amber Schedule, Julianne Sutton, and Tamara Thorpe all in double-figure scoring today as North Georgia wins their 20th game of the season. First three quarters were just sparkling. Fourth quarter, there were a few blemishes, but nonetheless, a nice win.
Hey, we always talk about the rock bottom, you know, and that, you know, Pembroke found that they'd finally hit the rock bottom where they had enough and they were just going to let their inhibitions go and turn it loose and play. And they were running up against a buzzsaw. North Georgia's playing well and kind of owed them one from the upset earlier in the year. And at this point, you know, when you finally got the win in the bag, it's tough to sustain that momentum for 40 minutes. But you definitely want to tip your hat to Pembroke and their willingness to compete regardless of the score there at the end of the game.
Absolutely. And with that, they have added yet another conference win on the season. They improved to 15-3, and so they are now tied. Well, no, actually, they are tied. Tied with Lander, and will hold their destiny, assuming they take care of business elsewhere when Lander comes to call.
That's right. It's going to be, but, you know, everything between now and Lander is just as important as Lander's going to be, because at the end of the day, we want to win another conference championship. But we really have our eyes on positioning within the region for the postseason after the conference.
All right. We'll see how it all shakes out. We're so glad that you have joined us here today. Again, your final score, North Georgia over Pembroke, 76-53 on behalf of Lee Glenn, Coach Burson, and the Nighthawks. Craig Corbin saying so long, everybody. See you in a moment.